You can have the best data in the world, but if no one understands it, it doesn't matter. I tell my students all the time that within the space of data, you are expected to be the analytic professional. However, the advice, the expertise, and the information that you provide, typically you're not doing that for other data professionals. That's why you're there. Business leaders are not looking at SQL queries, they're not looking at raw data, they're not looking at raw tables, they are not sifting through spreadsheets all day. That's why you're there. Welcome to the space of data. And when you are hired in the space of data, you're hired to solve a problem. You're hired to improve a process. You're hired to generate revenue. You're hired to increase revenue or uncover ways that revenue is probably overlooked within the organization. That's why you're hired. That's where Power BI comes in. Power BI is a data visualization tool and it helps you literally visualize that data. It makes it pretty, it makes it easy to look at and make a quick decision without having to sift through millions of rows of data. That is Power BI in its nutshell, especially if you have data from multiple data sources. Within one of my roles, I was the sole data professional for one of the largest behavioral health organizations in this state. And my KPI definitions, my business recommendations, all of those things were valuable because, first of all, they were easy to digest for my stakeholders. And secondly, because they were easy to digest for my stakeholders, I took massive amounts of data and I made sense of it for the people that it needs to make sense to. And what I see time and time again is that people focus only on tools. They only hyperfixate on, I'm going to learn this, I'm going to learn that. And they lose sight of the purpose of those tools, which is to add value to your business. This is exactly why I created Power BI Essentials, because Power BI Essentials helps those that already have exposure to data, whether it's Excel, and they are interested in building out visualizations for their stakeholders and their organizations so that they can make informed decisions. In Power BI Essentials, we focus on things like cleaning that data, choosing the appropriate visualizations, our formulas, making sure that everything is appropriately captured. Because Power BI, in its essence, is a communication tool. And just because you have a lot of filters or a lot of visualizations on your dashboard does not make it a good dashboard or a useful dashboard. And just like I mentioned earlier, all of these tools work together. Excel works together right along with Power BI, right along with SQL. It's a full data ecosystem. And one of the many reasons that organizations invest so heavily within the space of data is because data helps them make money or save money or make better decisions that impact their money. So it all goes back to the money. Follow the money. Because at the end of the day, data is not valuable just because it exists. We have so much data. It exists all the time. Data is valuable when he has the ability to drive informed decisions. Bye, y'all. Hope this helps.